these things, many people need that visual to see. And Trina and I talk all the time that at work, I have two computer screens and I'll have Life Today playing when somebody's, talking just so I can, kind of take a little snippet back and there's actual something going on. And then, of course, there's the tactile learner. And that is definitely me. I take a gajillion notes even when nobody else is taking notes, because that helps me remember. And I didn't even realize it took a teacher to tell me, hey, you need to learn to write cursive. She taught me in second grade because I felt maybe I had a learning disability or something like that. Like it just wasn't clicking for me. But it's because I needed to write things down or I needed to actually do. So the whole point of you figuring out what type of Bible is for you, it's also what type of learner you are. Because that is what's going to really help you remember the scripture and actually be able to have fellowship and talk to people in return about it. And so even though you may be like we said, a visual learner or an auditory learner or a tactile learner, really after you do, that's when you're going to remember it the most. So how are you going to do it? And so maybe it's just speaking to somebody else. That's where it's going to really click. And that's where it's going to stay in the frontal lobe and not just, I know it's in there somewhere, I just can't remember. So it's really up to you, but there's many, many different ways. And for you auditory learners, there are podcasts everywhere. I listen to a podcast at least daily. And there I go on my other screen and I type in, there's an app called Evernote, and it's on my iPad, and I'm typing away. But still, as a tactile learner, for me, writing it is still the best, but it's just a note so that I can have and be able to go back to it. Also, you may think in colors. Or do I have any really organized people in here? You're ladies, so I figure there's quite a few of you organized individuals. So color coordination actually might work really well for you. So if you're there with the, highlighting it, you're highlighting your Bible, or after your notes, you highlight it. Like, not only do I take notes, but then I go put it in at work, and it's very color coordinated. At work, it's very color coordinated because that's the way I think. As well as tabs. Trina just gave us this PowerPoint printout. You could tab it, and that might help you remember as well. And tab up your Bible. Who says that you can't do that, right? Yep, she's organized. And one more thing in regards to thinking in color. If you happen to be dyslexic or you know somebody that's dyslexic, actually color, there's something with science with the eye where if they're highlighting or it's like a transparency, and if they come in colors, and if they just put that over, or if you put that over your Bible, that actually will help everything make so much more sense. Wow. And the letters aren't moving so much. So if you know someone that's dyslexic, that's a really good thing for them to have. And at Teacher Heaven, thank you. You can find them there. So really, really cheap, and it makes, it just takes a load off of frustration, where it's not really about the ability, but where you can actually learn and remember, scripture, whatever it is that you want to do. Do I have one more? And that's it. You really just tailor it to your needs once you figure out the type of learner that you are. And if you have any questions, feel free. I have a lot of information in regards to just the brain science, and if you just, the Bible is very complex as it is, right? And so figuring out what type of learner you are will actually make things a lot easier. And so if you have any questions, feel free to come and ask at any time. I'd love to help you figure out what kind of learner you are and all those tools.
That's what serendipity is all about. She didn't know she was going to speak, but she came in today. So when you come to a serendipity, you never know what's going to happen. Okay, Shelley. Shelley is going to talk to us about our next session.
Check and make sure, do any of you ladies potty break? Let's take 5. Since we kind of we're running long, let's get our potty break in real quick so we'll come back and we'll kick right back off.
5 minutes though, that's all.
Yeah, 5
Okay.
minutes.
And you know what, you can use the men's bathroom if you need to. Somebody just at the door? How about that?
What is it?